And very serious news, very disturbing news that we are hearing from the Ghana National Fire Service. And the story is that the Ghana National Fire Service has appealed to the public, the general public that is, to adhere strictly to basic fire safety measures to help reduce the occurrences of fire outbreaks in the wake of the intensified dry season or the Harmattan. It's actually a statement that we got, and it says that so far 48 fire outbreaks have been recorded between December 24 and December 26. That's just like in 3 days, 48 different fire outbreaks. As a result, the Ghana National Fire Service is appealing to the public to be very safety conscious, especially as the Harmattan intensifies. We've been joined in studio by the Head of Public Relations for the Ghana National Fire Service, Prince Billy Anaglate. He's actually the deputy, and he's joined us in studio to help us put this whole issue, in proper perspective. Why would we be recording such fire outbreaks in a very short period, 3 days, that is? Good afternoon, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Good afternoon.
And belated Christmas, happy Christmas to you.
Many, many happy returns.
Okay. I am taken aback that 48 different fire outbreaks recorded in 3 days. What is accounting for this?
Well, actually, thank you for the opportunity, but I'm the acting head of the
acting head
department
Thank you.
for now. Well, it is true that we recorded from 24th to 26th of December 48 fire outbreak nationwide. Yes, the figure looks alarming, but if you compare it to last year, within the same period, we have 72. So there is a drastic, remarkable reduction in that figure. However, we would have expected that the figure would have been lower than it takes, based on the safety facilities and measures that we put in place even before the Harmattan. But we are still believing that, of course, as many people are adhering to the safety measures and implementing those recommendations, there are still recalcitrant people who do those fire sources recklessly and indiscriminately that are getting to situations such as this. In fact, we have sent a lot of people in the community to educate them, and we are also having people as of now in the market. Just early this week, I think the beginning of the week, we were at Katamato Market also with the media to educate them on fire safety issues. I believe it was even TV3 that we went in with to educate people on the safety measures that they should know, that before you are leaving your market, you need to turn on. Yes,
no, but before we go into, we would want to know what the breakdown of the 48 incidents are. Are they domestic fires, bush fires, or a combination of both? Yes,
we have various natures of fires, but the domestic fires, outnumber the rest of those fires that follow by the bush fires that we have. And so if you look at it, the domestic fires and the bush fires were in the majority of the fires that we have. That is what we are saying, that even people in a domestic area, especially in the cities, people are taking it that the Harmattan season do not affect them. They are looking at bush fire outside, forgetting that the dry wind is taking moisture content from all combustible material, irrespective of where you are and what material that you have. So if you are looking at those domestic fires that were on homes that were on fire, I think it is all about recklessness that has resulted to some of these preventable, I'm using the word preventable fires that are okay, because our investigation pointed to the fact that those things could have been prevented if people seriously have changed their attitude towards fire safety within certain period that we are talking of.
At home, for instance, what kinds of safety measures should people who are watching us now have? And then also, maybe in their cars, in their offices, what are the very basic fire safety measures that they need to put in place?
First of all, within this period that we are talking, if you should be specific on this period, this is the period that you need to take stock of your electrical gadgets in your home. Those old switches and sockets, as long as they are old and the Harmattan comes to make them very hard, by making them very hard, they are reducing their ignition temperatures. You and I will agree that with electricity, it's current that is passing through that resistance, so heat is generated. Right. So if already the switches and sockets are old, then they become very fragile. So the heat that is generated, that might not set them on fire previously. Because of the Harmattan, they will start burning. That is one thing that we should be looking out for. Then we should also try and look at the way we ourselves, we use those electrical gadgets in our homes. Do we ensure that before we leave our homes, we make sure we turn off all those electrical gadgets that are not supposed to be on? People leave their air conditions on. People leave their fans on. They leave their radios and other things on. These things, when they overwork, they get heated, and the combustible components within them will definitely generate the heat. So it is important that before you leave your home, you turn off all those electrical gadgets in your home. Okay. As we and I are talking, I believe strongly there are 1,001 people outside there that are still having their gas cylinders in their kitchen.
Yes.
Some are still having blocks and metal seated on the regulator. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yes. If it is out of leakage, you place a block or metal on the regulator, the hissing noise that determines leakage will not be there. You might think it's not leaking, it's still leaking. So the slightest heat can easily pick the fire on. And this is the period with the hammer tankers, with the Xmas festivity and all that. This is the period we are almost always in the kitchen using all other, cooking things with the kitchen. So fires of this nature are related in the way that we are using those electrical gadgets and gas system. That is why just before the Hamatan, we also issue a press release that even public places, private places, before they close for the holiday, it is important for them to turn all those electrical gadgets off. But some of those ones that were on have resulted to few fire outbreaks that we have to respond to and attend within this period. So it is for us to be conscious of our electrical gadget system. Let's have very good safety practices in our home, and I think we'll be able to prevent it. On the vehicles, it is lack of proper maintenance on our vehicles that we have some of these fires. It is important that every morning before you move your vehicle, just kick the car, open the bonnet, stand in front of the bonnet, and examine the bonnet, how the engine is working. If there is a peeled wire that the wires are touching the bonnet, it will be sparking for you to know. If there is any fuel leakage, you will see it. Then you know that there is a problem.
So a lot depends on the individual in ensuring the safety both at home and outside.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. We've been speaking to the acting head of the Ghana National Fire Service, Prince Billy Anaglatte, and he has just confirmed that shocking story of 48 fire outbreaks recorded in 3 days, and says that a lot more needs to be done by all of us to ensure that we go through the system or the period, the festive period, without any other fire disasters. And we pray we do not have any such disasters. But that puts a lot of stress on you, I'm sure.
Oh, of course, yes. The education continues, and you need to let people understand that. Let's put it somewhere. But it depends on the people. There is no measure that the fire service alone can put in place that will prevent this. People should complement our effort. Right. Why? Because we are not in your bedroom. We are not in your kitchen. We are not in your studio. So you need to ensure that you implement those safety measures, and it will come zero season fire.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Prince Billy Anaglatte is the acting head of the Ghana National Fire Service. All right. So